to be under the flattening of that gaze and to have to do the emotional work, to unpick it gently and in a way that isn't accusatory. From my very first red carpet experience, where literally a microphone was put in my face and it was like, how does it feel to play the most hated man in America? I thought a red carpet was just something you walked down and people took photos of you. And then I discovered, no, it's interviews and it's a lot of them, and I was told someone's going to walk me down the red carpet, and I was like, I can walk. I know how to walk myself. No. And then, and then this, and, I'd done a film, United 93, and I'd thought deeply about it. First thing is that most microphones that went into my direction presumed I didn't speak English. That was number one. So when they heard this accent, that was already unsettling. But broadly speaking, I talked about the value of the work. I talked about the fact that you cannot tell the story of what happened on that plane without including the story of the hijackers. And if we're serious about really trying to do the healing work of trauma, then we have to go to those places.
It's very much reminds me of the work that I made for the Roundhouse, at the Roundhouse, called Until the Lions. It's a quote by that Kartika Nair, a writer, presented to me, who got it from a quote from an African proverb that says, until the lions have their say, the hunters will always tell the story. And so how will you even begin to empathize if you never hear the viewpoint from the other person, the other character?
Absolutely. I mean, and also in the context of monstrous acts, right? The easiest way to not ask the questions that have to be asked is to turn the other into a monster. Why do they do it? Well, because they're monsters. Only monstrous people do this. Well, but if they're a human being, then you have serious questions you have to ask. And that is the greatest honor, I think, that one can do to the dead.